Hello and welcome to the Microstakes Poker Grinder. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining me. If you're back for another hand, thanks to you too. If you enjoy this series, hit that like and subscribe button below. Let's get into hand 27 of my 100 Days of Hand Reading Challenge and Sky Matsuhashi's October challenge to his followers to do one hand a day every day in October. This is day 4. October 4th, and this is my 4th hand this month. Let's get to it. So I have my tools open here. I have my database. I selected all my hands I want to showdown, and then I did a sort by line so we can see lots of action. That'll help us narrow our opponents down. So let's call, raise, check, call, check, bet. Let's go with this hand here on a low flop board. So let's mark it as a hand reading video so we don't do it again. And let's get into this hand. Let's pause it. Alright, so I am been at this table for 9 hands and I haven't done anything on it yet. This guy is new, and I raise. So let's just talk about my raising range. Let's go to my reports and overall, and we can see that my pre-flop raise percentage is about 12%. Alright, so let's start with that. Since we don't have any other information on this table. And let's look at what position I am in. I am 9-handed and I am under the gun +2. And let's look at my people to my left. Don't know anything about this guy. This guy likes to raise a lot, 2 of 10 so far. 13 hands on this guy. 0 cold call. 17 0. This guy in the big blind cold calls. Oh, don't have many hands on him. 5 hands. 9 hands. So So not a lot of information on my players. So I don't think I'm making any raises that are out of my normal raising range. So I don't think this would probably be my raising range. Under the gun 3. Let's save that. That's my hero. I wonder how many villains I'll be up against here. Alright, so this guy calls. Let's see if we get any other callers. And we get a caller in the big blind. He has cold called. Not enough information on him. He hasn't 3-bet at all yet. He's raised 1 of 9 hands, about the same as me. And he's calling in the big blind. Alright. So what's a normal calling range? I think all pocket pairs. He's calling in position here. Maybe all of your ace suited. You're gonna re-raise your aces, kings, queens, ace, king. I think this is a pretty tight range, but not having any other information on my opponents. I think this is safe. villains. I'm going to use this for both the villains. I assume one of them is going to fold by the river, and I have similar information on both of them. So, alright, let's see what the flop is. 8 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, and 2 of spades. Alright, and I'm in middle position here. Let's get our percent form in and our combos pre-flop. 168 and 14%, and villains range here 13%, and combos 164, and flop 8, 3, 2 rainbow. Alright. I think that's all we need there. Oh, we can put our range equity in here. So hero is 25%, and villain has 18%. Alright. So we get a check, and a bet. So let's talk about villain's range here. What does he bet with? The third pot. I think he comes out with all of his 3s, 2s, his 8s, his 4s, 5s, 6s, yep, 9s, 10s, jacks. Yep, I would bet all of those. He's been checked by 2 players. All his aces, 2s, and 3s, and his ace 8. I think all of his suited aces he would lead out, and all of his overcards. Can't really reduce much, and it's a really weak bet. So I will keep his entire range in there. Let's see if this guy folds. So he folds, I call. So what do I call with? 5, 6s, all my pairs. All my overcards. It's a very low bet. I think he could be pushed off this hand. I would probably call with my entire range here to such a weak bet, thinking that I can take it away on the turn or river if I get a scared card, or if I just bet anyways. Alright, so did I remove anything from my range? I don't think so. Villain. Didn't remove anything from villain's range either. Okay. So hero still has 14% and 168. And villain is still at 13 with 164. And 2 of hearts comes. Two of hearts comes. Okay, so first act. I think I would lead out here. Thinking I have a lot of fold equity with that second low card. Let's see what I do though. Check, check. So, what do I check with? I don't have aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines. I could have any of those. So my check tells me I don't have anything great over cards. Maybe a low pocket pair. I think I would even bet with the sevens. I don't have eights. I don't have sevens. Might have sixes or fives. Alright, so, and then he checks. Oops. Let's overwrite that. Alright, so villain checks. What does he check with? Yeah, he checks with the fours, fives, sixes. No, he bets with the sevens. His eights, he bets. His nines, tens, jacks, he bets. All of his overcards that miss. Ace two, he bets. Ace eight, he bets. So I think that kind of range he would have bet with. Or we remove the cards that he would have bet with. Alright. So what is villain at? 13% on this, and hero is at 13% also. The river card is king, not completing any draws. King of diamonds. Let's throw that in there. Alright, so I am on the river. He checks to me. That tells me he doesn't have much. I have, let's look at my range here. I don't have ace king in my range anymore, but I got some king queens. What am I gonna do here? I think I'm gonna lead out and bet, hoping to take the pot. I don't think he'll call, but we shall see. Alright, so a 3/4 pot bet. What do I do that with? Everything I missed. Yes. The ace 8. Thinking that he's gonna fold the river because he checked the turn and bet small on the flop. Yeah, so my entire range, I would come out and either bet for value or bluff. I think this is more of a bluff. I don't think I'm going for value here. Let's see what he does. He calls. What does he call with? So his 3s, 4s, 5s, 7s, maybe. None of that. All his kings. Ace 3, maybe. Ace 4, Ace 5, Ace 6, Ace 7, Ace 9. All his kings, yeah. Ace 3, maybe. Huh. Let's see if my logic makes sense here. Let's overwrite that. I think I'm beat here. Alright, so villain's range is 70% at that river. Oh, versus me 17%. So he's a huge favor with his call there. Let's see what he's got. Queen Jack, Ace 8. I took the Ace 8 out on the turn because he checked. I shouldn't have done that. And I didn't even have Ace 8 offsuit in his range. And my bluff here, Queen Jack. Let's look at that. Yep, Queen Jack suited. Complete bluff. Would you have made that bet on the river? It's hard to say. I probably thought it was gonna go through. You live and you learn. I hope you enjoyed hand 27 of 100 and hand 4 of 31 in October. Hit that like button down below. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being here.